Ooh, this one is going to be a goodie. If you have a list of customers and you're wondering, like, what do I message them ongoing? How do I prevent myself from being annoying? How often do they want to hear from me? Then this one is for you. So I'm Karrie, text message marketing guru. I teach network marketers and social sellers how to get started with texting and how to use it and work with it ongoing in their business. So I recently had an opportunity to connect with another network marketer and interview her on how she is using text messaging in her online business. And the feedback is what gave me the idea to come up with this specific training, right? Because I'm so frequently asked, how often do I message people? What about if I'm annoying? People are sending me the stop message. Should I stop texting them? Like, there's so many variables, right? So this particular interview, I'm going to give credit to my girl, Jenna. She gave me a ton of valuable feedback, right? So something that she's been doing over the last few months is, I'm a huge proponent of getting people started with texting, right? Getting your clients, I should say, started with a texting sequence, an onboarding sequence. So when a customer comes in, you get them a great start, right? Which is another training that I've done as well. If you want to go and check that one out. So getting people started and providing customer service is what's going to lead to long-term returning customers, right? So when I was interviewing Jenna, we were talking about this and like what it looks like in her business. I kind of do it by nature, I guess. As I'm going through it, I'm testing, tweaking, I'm doing all the things, but I want to make this easier for you. I want to make this a process where it can be wash, rinse, repeat. I'm all about the wash, rinse, repeat to like figure out what works, do it, implement it, and have a process in set, right? So speaking of getting these people the value that they want, how can you do that? Is there a way that it could be a wash, rinse, repeat process? And as we were talking through it, she gave me the system that she has set up and light bulbs went off. I was like, this is freaking brilliant. So after you get your customers through their onboarding sequence, they're set up, they're through their first month, maybe they're through their first 60 or 90 days, depending on what product they're using, right? After that, what do you do? How often should you message them? Do you send them all the value things? Do you send them all the sales and promos? Do you text them frequently? Do you text them not that frequently? Again, these are all questions that I'm asked. Jenna had it broken down in the simplest way. Ready? I'm going to break it down for you. So she throws these people into 4 very specific buckets. All right, here we go. Get those notebooks out. So bucket number 1, I even have my notebook out over here, is your VIPs. We're going to call these your VIPs. Your VIPs get all the things. What does that mean? They're going to get the value messages. I'm huge on value, right? Value meaning recipes, workouts, mindset, self-care, tutorials, trainings, like whatever you got going on, whatever value you can share with them to keep them around the fire, to provide the support, as well as sales and promos. So that's one bucket. They're your VIPs. They're getting all the things. All right. Bucket number 2 is just the sales and promos people. Like literally they're raising their hand and they are saying, feel free to spam me, send me just the sales and promos, which I kind of thought was interesting, right? Because that kind of goes against the grain of thinking, well, I don't want to spam people, but they're literally raising their hand and saying, spam me. Number 3 are just those people that want to get value, right? They don't want to hear about sales and promos. They figure, you know what? I'll get the email from the company website. I'll see you on social media sharing. I'll see when I'm in your Facebook group or wherever they're at connecting with you. Just send me the value. And number 4 are those people that don't want any messages from you, but they want to have that open line of communication with you where they can text you at any time. Brilliance, right? So let me just recap that. 1 is your VIPs. 2, just your sales and promos people. 3, just your value people. And 4, just the open line of communication, but please don't message me. Oh, I'm going to block you. Then on your texting platform, you tag them, you label them accordingly. You can come up with fun ways to tag them, right? So for me, if you're one of my texting people, you're one of my gurus. So I can name people my gurus. You might use the term like community. You might use the term whatever, like have fun with it, right? So what you want to do is, and this is how you set this up and how you get it going, you want to poll your people. You want to ask them what list they want to be on. So when do you send that message? I personally recommend sending it after they're onboarded, after they're on whatever sequence your onboarding is, or a good time to do that, little clean out, beginning or end of the month, right? So send a message from a place of love, right, and support, and ask your customers for their feedback, what bucket, so to speak, they want to be in, right? Hey, I totally love being a part of your journey. I love supporting you. I want to support you at the highest level possible. Totally would love to know which bucket, you don't want to say which bucket, but which would you like to, how often would you like to hear from me moving forward? And then give choices, right? You want to give choices so that they know how to respond. So those choices could either be 1, 2, 3, and 4, A, B, C, and D. They could be emojis if you want to have fun with it and they reply with their emoji. Then you go onto your texting platform, you tag them accordingly, and woo, the magic is done. Moving forward, you are going to save yourself time, right? So to speak, trying to figure this out. You're going to save yourself money. I'm all about saving some money. And you are going to, at the end of the day, serve these people at the highest level possible. That is what we want to do. We want to keep people connected to us. We don't want to get the dreaded stop button, which, let me just make a comment on the stop. Sometimes, y'all, people get off our energy bus. They're just not part of our bus anymore. They're not part of the journey anymore. And that's totally okay too. So excited to hear feedback, how this goes when you start to implement this in your business. Feel free to connect with me and share your wins. I love to celebrate all my gurus. And come connect with me over on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm sharing all the value all the time. You can connect with me via text. Yes, I will answer you and get back to you. And I'm excited.